Hey Leisure Gamers, whether you're just starting your journey against the forces of hell, or you have the bruises to show from Nightmare Mode, we have 10 tips to make your life a little easier in Diablo 3. Let's get started. Check the description to jump to a specific tip. Number 1. Elective Mode. Do you ever have two skills from the same category that you want to use, or don't like that a certain skill is mapped to a particular hotkey? Well, go to the Gameplay tab in the options and under the interface settings, select Elective Mode. This allows you to bind multiple skills from the same category to any hotkey. It also goes a long way in creating a build that is more personal and unique to your playstyle. Number 2. Advanced Tooltips. Go into the Gameplay tab of the options and select Advanced Tooltips under the interface settings. Advanced Tooltips give a more detailed readout on all your skills, giving you a better chance to compare exactly what each skill does and how the damage is calculated. Number 3. Free Run. Have you ever gotten to a situation where you're trying to run away or through a group of enemies, only to start attacking and are soon overwhelmed? This can easily occur because the left mouse button controls movement and primary attacks. Simply go into the options to the key bindings, scroll down to the gameplay key bindings where move is listed, and select a new hotkey. We recommend spacebar or control. Now, when you're stuck in a group of enemies, hold down the movement hotkey and your character will run continuously to where the mouse is pointing. Number 4. How to use banners. When you jump into a friend's game, it's easy to catch up to where they're located. Simply click on their banner located next to the town's waypoint, and you'll instantly be teleported to their location. This even works after someone dies in a party. Let's say one of you dies, but the checkpoint is located all the way in the beginning of the area. It's a pain to run all the way back to your friends, so simply teleport to town and click on their banner to get back into the fight quickly. Let's just hope they were able to survive without you. Number 5. Customizing banners and sigils. Did you know you could customize the look of your banner? If not, it's probably because the options to do so are located outside the game. Log out and head to the character selection screen and click on the banner next to your character. From here you can create a very personal look to your flag. Be sure to check back often as certain achievements unlock new features. When you're back in the game, you can throw down your flag anywhere by pressing G. This is fun to do after a tough group of enemies to show off your victory. Number 6. Stationary Shooting. It's easy to accidentally misclick enemies and start running towards them rather than attacking, especially when they're fast moving. This wastes time and could get you into a sticky situation. Simply press and hold shift to force stand still, and you can use any of your skills from a stationary position. This is great for range classes who can begin to fire at enemies from a safe location without fear of running towards them, or continue to fire in the general location of enemies even if they run off screen. Number 7. Crafting versus the auction house. It's important to use both the blacksmith and the jeweler to upgrade your gear. Each of them can be leveled up to create higher level equipment. You can do so by clicking on the bottom tab of each and selecting level up. When you eventually find the jeweler, it's important to remember they can craft higher level gems from inferior ones. Do this often, and if your gear has an empty socket, be sure to put in the highest level of gem you could craft. Also, gems can be removed from items by dragging them into the empty box on the second tab of the jeweler's crafting window. The auction house is filled with gear with every combination of magical properties you can want. The only downside is it can be overwhelming to search through it all. Use the filters and set certain parameters you're looking for to make your life easier. There are plenty of deals to be had at the expense of your time, however. Unlike crafting, where random properties are imbued onto equipment, you can find exactly what you're looking for on the auction house. Keep this in mind if you're struggling to craft the equipment that matches your need. Number 8. Attributes. Loot is a huge part of Diablo 3, and with so much randomization of stats on items, it can be hard to evaluate quickly which items are better for your character. Each class has a primary attribute that gives them more attack power. Barbarians focus on strength, the Demon Hunter and Monk focus on dexterity, and the Witch Doctor and Wizard focus on intelligence. More than anything, items with that specific attribute should be equipped first, and subsequent attributes like Vitality should be considered second. This will change in harder difficulties when survivability is important, but keeping in mind the primary attributes will save you a lot of time when sorting through gear. Number 9. Being social. The ease in which friends can come in and out of your game makes multiplayer a breeze. When more players join the game, the health of the enemies is increased, but only if that player is in close proximity to the enemies around you. Sometimes friends coming in and out of games can be disrupting if you're trying to focus on the story. When you want a little peace and quiet, go into the options and under the social menu, uncheck Allow Quick Join. This means friends can only join through an invitation. Also, under the social menu, uncheck Friend Earns an Achievement Notification. It can be distracting when a lot of friends are online and the system is constantly telling you of their progress. This also prevents spoilers if you haven't made it through the game at least once. Number 10. Viewing loot. You're going to come across a ton of loot, and to decide what to pick up, press Alt to highlight it on the ground. If you go into the gameplay options under the HUD listing, at the bottom you can customize how the Alt key works. You can set item displays to toggle on or off, or you can leave it as default, which shows the labels for 10 seconds. It's also worth mentioning for new players that gold is automatically picked up by simply walking over it. Alright, that's it. We hope that these tips help you on your quest to defeat the Lords of Hell. If you have any additional tips you'd like to share, be sure to let us know in the comments. Till next time, enjoy gaming.